Hey folks, Matt here again. If you've been watching my videos, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time checking it out, then welcome to the channel. We're just out for a hike today. With me is Stephanie and Rosie. They're just sitting there off camera, and Mia is out in the water where she usually is. We didn't film anything on the way in on the hike. Because for any of you who are following me on Instagram, you saw on my last attempt to shoot a video, my gimbal went out in a drink. Over there. Hello, that's all right. Dad's not trying to do something. Go on, go, man. Go get her. So I gotta wait a few weeks for that to get shipped back after it's repaired or replaced or whatever it is that they're going to do. So without the gimbal, the hiking down rocky trails is a bit too Blair Witchy for me. So I've got a couple of new things that I've recently picked up that I wanted to try out. I picked them up a while ago actually, and I never did get around to actually using it. So as you can see from the case, it's a TOAKS titanium pot. I went with the 750mm with the bail handle on it. It serves a lot of purposes. Very nice piece of kit. This here is a windscreen and pot stand. Figured my own design that best suited my needs. Wow. So we'll show you that now in a second. So the TOAKS titanium 750mm pot with bail. I ordered a cheaper pot online, figured titanium was titanium, and it was titanium, but the quality, the build quality, it was very rough textured. The lid didn't fit right, the lid was warped. So I just said, you know, saving money is not always the better deal. So I mean, this is going to last a lifetime. The reason I wanted to go with the titanium is because it's very durable and very lightweight. So on days like this when you're hiking, you don't really want to take a lot of gear. It's just more practical. Now when I'm doing car camping or out in a canoe or whatever, you don't mind the extra bit of gear, but this is perfect. Now this, as it sits right here, is an entire cook system with extra fuel. I've got a little Nalgene bottle with 2 ounces of fuel. I use a methyl hydrate. And I've also got my Trangia stove. This is another new product. I recently bought a knockoff version of this, same design, same simmer ring, all that stuff, and it just never lasted. It literally fell apart at the seams, started leaking, so I had to send that back. So I just decided to go with the original Trangia. As you can see, this it's brand new, it's never been used. My pot has never seen heat yet, so today is the first day that I'm getting to use it. But it's nice because that pot can hold my Trangia stove, which holds, because it has the rubber O-ring, it allows me to store fuel inside. So I usually carry about 3 ounces inside the stove, and then I have the extra 2 ounces here in my little 2 ounce Nalgene. I probably would have carried a little bit extra fuel, but this size fits nice inside the pot, and that's what I wanted. Not only lightweight, and I won't always even need to take an extra 2 ounces of fuel, but I wanted compact. So an entire cook system fits inside this pot. So, and aside from the Nalgene, this also nests a 230 gram isobutane cylinder, and you can fit a small stove. I'll show you that again after. The reason I wanted to go with the 750mm is because in the fall I do a fair bit of hunting. Now when I'm in hunting, I don't want to light a fire to spread the scent all around, and I don't want a loud iso stove. You want to be nice and quiet. So when you're sitting down and you're glassing for a little while, I went with the Trangia So it's nice and quiet. It's going to take a little bit, but again, if you're sitting on your glass and you're there for a half hour, 40 minutes anyways. So I can break out the Trangia, put it on my pot stand. I can do 500 mils of water in this, and I can, in the fall of the year, hunting and stuff, most of what you're going to be eating is pre-made meals or boil in the bag dinner. So I can boil 500 mils of water, dump that in my boil in the bag dinner, set that down on the stove again, and by the time that's boiled, I'll have that for coffee, and my boil in the bag dinner will be ready to eat. So, because the Trangia is quiet and it is light, but it does take a long time to boil. You know, for 500 mils in ideal conditions, no wind, not really cold water, you're looking at about 8 minutes for a boil time. But again, if you're sitting for a half hour, 40 minutes, you're not in a rush. It's perfect. Has the butterfly handles on the side, so it's nice and comfortable for drinking out of. So you can actually just use this as your cup as well. I could boil this, dump it in my boil in the bag dinner, boil it again, and just put my coffee right in this and use it as my cup as well to lighten the load and reduce the amount of gear that I got to carry. All right, let's boil some water. Alright, that's it. She's boiling. Something else to keep in mind, you want to have these handles left out when you're boiling so that they don't heat up as well. Dino eggs, usual ultra healthy breakfast. Alright, well, while my oatmeal is getting ready, I'll show you my other new purchase. It's the BRS Titanium stove. Comes in at 25 grams. And as you can see, very small, very lightweight, very compact. There's a lot of mixed reviews on it. People having trouble with the legs. After a while, the legs heat up, they start to bend. I've heard people say that they just collapse altogether under the weight of a large pot. Now, to me, you know, common sense would tell me that you're not putting a large pot on such a small stove. I have used this already. I've used it with, I boiled a liter of water on it, so it held the weight of a liter of water, no problem. Now, it could be, a lot of people are saying that they're getting knockoff versions as well, so who knows. Anyways, for the couple of times that I've used it so far, I haven't had a hitch. So after another few months of use, we'll see. But again, I like the fact that it's so small and so lightweight. I keep it with one of my small fuel cylinders, and both the fuel cylinder and the stove fits no trouble inside that titanium cup. Come here. Right here. Right here. Come here. What are you getting on with? Huh? What's wrong with you?
She brought me a boulder and told me to throw it.
We're not throwing boulders. Stop chewing on rocks. Saucy mouth. You want a hot chocolate? It is a very loud stove, yeah. It's nice and light and small. It boils wicked fast. But it is very loud. So you guys have seen my Kuksa in a few different videos. I carved this. Someone had already cut down a tree, a live tree for some reason. And it was probably about 8 inches on the round. So I cut off a fair sized chunk of that and decided to use it. I knew it was the wrong type of wood. I was using the wrong section, but I knew it was going to be my first one. I just wanted to try it out just to go through the process. Anyways, I got it done. It turned out half decent. Said I'll try drying it, see if it cracks up, and it never, so it works. I do like the fact that the Kuksas are really lightweight, they're durable, they have multiple uses. You can use them if you're foraging, for edibles, berries, leaves, whatever, for tea. Keeps warm for a little while, you know, a bit longer than it would in a plastic cup. Plus you're not getting the aftertaste of the plastic. When I first started using it, I was getting a lot of the taste of the wood off it. I knew I would be. I also knew that throughout several uses that would go away. The outside, I rubbed in some natural beeswax. Rubbed it in and heated it with a heat gun, or a hair dryer works as well, and kept rubbing it in while I was heating it. And the inside, I was online and I found that many different thoughts on the best way to seal the inside. Anyways, I decided to use fresh coffee grinds and Irish whiskey. I put in enough whiskey just to make a bit of a paste and rubbed it in for about 20 minutes. Let it sit for a while, and yeah, it works. I'm sure if I had used 100 other things it would have worked just as well, but whatever, it works for me. And if you're ever stuck in a jam, especially with the beeswax on it, I could always shave a little bit off the handle and get a little bit of tinder for starting a fire. Hope I'm never in that much of a jam in the meantime. I made an awful lot of poor decisions if I've reached the point that I got to start shaving my Kuksa down to get a fire going.
Good job.
So this is what Mia does. Saves rocks from drowning. Good job, Dickweed.
Best her eyeballs with water.
You can't have a day in the woods without some s'mores, without fire. I didn't even want the s'mores.
Yes, you did.
I just wanted an excuse to light the fire. I think we're going to get rained on the way out.
It's supposed to rain.
Those are some dark-ish looking clouds coming in.
Sun's gone, wind is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some pretty skimpy marshmallows.
Those are the worst marshmallows.
I think they deflated.
Dollarama is good for some stuff.
Not marshmallows.
Not marshmallows. No. Yeah, not collapsible silicone bowls. I'm still waiting for someone to give me an idea on a good bowl.
You're the only one that gets the taste of plastic off of it. Tastes fine to me.
Appreciate that.
Sorry.
You're the best.
I bought them. But seriously though, anytime that we've used them, I don't get a taste of plastic off of them.
Man, I don't know. That's all I can taste. I know soap clings to them.
Well, yeah.
But even the last couple of times using them and like not washing them with soap, just grabbing some grass and scrubbing them out in the pond and letting them dry, still is. I still get that strong taste. So it tastes like silicone to me. It doesn't taste like soap. There you go. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Thank you. Not for you, Rosie.
Alright guys, thanks for checking out the video. It's just starting to sprinkle here now. The clouds are pretty dark, so we got to get everything packed up and head out. I don't want everything getting soaked, so thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you on the next one.